Hi there, I'm Brent and welcome to Solo TV. Today we have an interview with Dr. David Hanekom from Solve.Care. We'll also be looking at the latest news and market updates, and we are going to be looking into your most Googled crypto questions. So let's have a look at what's going on in the market and crypto news.
Bitcoin rose above $11,000 this week. Many people feel the next bull run is just around the corner. Ethereum reached a new yearly high of $322 thanks to the explosion of DeFi projects and the anticipation of Ethereum 2.0, which will allow staking. The daily income earned by Ethereum miners has soared by over 60% in a month due to high transaction fees. Ripple reveals Payburner, an XRP wallet plugin for Chrome and the Brave browser, which people can use to purchase goods using XRP. Payburner allows users to send and receive payments instantaneously worldwide. Yearn.finance, FYI, rose 11,000% in a week. The Ethereum-based coin has a total supply of 30,000 tokens. Solo hit an all-time high of 56 cents. The state of Texas has formed a new blockchain council and highlighted its mining capabilities. Texas has the cheapest electricity rates in the US and a $1.9 trillion economy, making it ripe for blockchain innovation. Coinbase says it won't list privacy coins such as Monero due to regulations in the US. Monero is available on other major exchanges like Kraken and Binance.
This video is brought to you by Sologenic. Sologenic is merging traditional financial markets with crypto assets.
Let's take a look at this week's digital asset profiles. XRP is an independent digital asset that is native to the Ripple consensus ledger. With the fastest transaction speeds, XRP is said to be the most efficient settlement option for financial institutions. XRP takes an average of just 4 seconds to be transferred, and this is the key that gives it its usability. It is also one of the most scalable cryptocurrencies, being able to perform 1,500 transactions per second. Litecoin is a peer-to-peer cryptocurrency created by Charlie Lee in 2011. It was an early Bitcoin spin-off, and they share much of the same code. It was designed to solve the transaction speed and scalability issues of Bitcoin. Litecoin's own developers have long stated that their intention is to create the silver to Bitcoin's gold. Augur is a peer-to-peer protocol for prediction markets. Payouts are made when they predict a winning outcome when betting on company performance, election results, or even natural phenomena by purchasing shares that would either support or refute the proposed outcomes of such specified events. You can trade XRP, Litecoin, and Augur on CoinField now. Go to www.coinfield.com and sign up today.
And now we're going to move on to our next segment, an interview with Dr. David Hanekom, Chief Medical Officer at Solve.Care. Dr. Hanekom has almost 30 years' experience in acute and chronic disease management. As Chief Medical Officer, he's responsible for the medical direction of Solve.Care, which uses blockchain technology to address the ever-growing healthcare needs of North America. So we're really excited to have our interview here with Dr. David Hanekom. Please introduce yourself to our audience and the people who may not know you.
Thank you. My name is David Hanekom. I'm the Chief Medical Officer for Solve.Care. My passion is around transforming healthcare and making sure that the best interest of the patient is always kept at the center of everything we do. And when we do that, we have a very successful, very efficient and affordable healthcare system. Been doing this for a very long time. I don't want to age myself, but in excess of 25 years.
So could you give us an overview of Solve.Care and who makes up your team?
All right, certainly. Solve.Care is a blockchain-based healthcare transformation company. We provide IT solutions using our blockchain platform to really deliver on what's called the quadruple aim, which is delivering better care, driving increased patient or member satisfaction, provider satisfaction, and lowering the total cost of medical care. And we try and do this through administrative, clinical, and relationships simplification. So I have a team that is truly international. We have an office in Singapore, in Kiev, London, and here in Florida. So I work with a group of highly intelligent, innovative, game-changing individuals that really have the same passion and this mission as the organization.
So can you speak to the ways that Solve.Care uses blockchain, and what kind of benefits does that bring to your clients?
And certainly, one of the biggest challenges in healthcare delivery and healthcare administration across the globe is a lack of trust between the various stakeholders. Because everybody has a piece of the information that is essential to run their business and is very reluctant to share that freely across the ecosystem, each one has to put in many processes and many technologies and policies and procedures to try and manage that space. And that's driving a lot of dissatisfaction. So blockchain, by definition, because it's auditable, it is secure, it is transparent, and it can very efficiently manage transactions through smart contracting and set up trusted relationships between various stakeholders, is the mechanism that we use to improve trust in the system. If we then have better trust and we have transparency in terms of the transactions, what's allowed, and the smart contracts, then the individual stakeholders can focus on those areas that they need to. That will reduce costs, it will improve care coordination, and will drive better satisfaction. And of course, will reduce the administrative processes required for a functional ecosystem.
So maybe this is a simple question, but do you see other industries moving towards blockchain technology?
Absolutely. You can imagine the supply chain business, especially during this pandemic era that we live in, where the authenticity, the record, the manufacturing, and the distribution of life-saving equipment, such as personal protective device, is critical for the success. You want to make sure that where you can track where something is manufactured, that it meets certain quality standard, that it's appropriately distributed and used, etc. And so you're seeing blockchain being applied to supply chain management, especially in the areas of drugs and pharmaceuticals, as well as healthcare products, very successfully by some of our competitors.
Now, I understand that you're working on many projects right now. Could you tell us about the Global Telehealth Exchange and what that means for both patients and doctors?
All right. One of the things that we're learning in an era where it is difficult to get access to healthcare providers, which you know is a scarce resource all over the world, is that the current mechanism of face-to-face, in-person visits cannot meet the needs of a global society that has an urgent need to get access to healthcare providers for advice around pandemic healthcare and chronic disease care. And so here is an opportunity to take the telemedicine or virtual visit capability of technology, to marry that with a secure platform that, based on trusted relationships, can allow transactions to occur that is both in the interest of the patient and the healthcare provider. And what we're seeing currently, unfortunately, is the mere act of a patient walking into a physician's office or into a hospital or a healthcare service delivery site potentially exposes not only the patient and family and workers, but also the physician to an infection that could have significant consequences. So there's now a willingness to say, do we have to do things in person only? Can we use secure, enabling technology to achieve some of the same goals without the same risks? And so the Global Telehealth Exchange is a beginning of a move to do what can be done virtually, effectively, and safely, and combine that with in-person traditional site delivery care.
Now, of course, due to COVID-19, there is an increased need for health and well-being. And could you tell us about your team care and what that looks like for doctors and patients? And when will that platform be fully functional?
Yes, the team care was launched a few weeks ago and was really designed with a very simple principle. We believe that patients should receive personal, customized, highly curated, accurate clinical information that helps them be educated about the risk of getting a COVID-19 infection. How do you safely do social distancing? How do you take the necessary steps to reduce your risk and that to your family and friends and co-workers? We trust that adults will honestly answer questions to screen for symptoms, that they would share the information with a trusted authority, be that their clinician, their clinic, their local public health service, under circumstances where they have absolute authority and control over that consent and sharing information. And that if we set the system up such that the use of the team care network enables patients, employers, and the healthcare providers to really manage this existential threat and to reduce the risk of infection and spread, that because we all have the same goals, that patients will share information with individuals that they trust and do not potentially have a personal relationship with, such as public health departments, etc. We trust that adults will have their best interest at heart, and those are the loved ones. And then by having a care circle as part of the team care network, we have a clear understanding that no man is an island, that we need a community, we need resources, we need family and friends and loved ones to support us in a very difficult time where we're asking every person to do things which is not natural, to naturally isolate yourself and quarantine yourself, to be fearful of coming close to people you don't know, to going into public spaces, means there could potentially be significant interactions in terms of our psychological well-being, the risk, our health, etc. And so using our blockchain platform allows us to securely share information with trusted individuals about a very specific problem, which is, how do I protect myself and my family? What steps do I take when I think I'm at risk? And we follow the CDC guidelines to make sure that patients don't receive misinformation or in fact false information that put their lives at risk. And then we allow the patient to share that securely, not only with the employer, because those of us that care about our co-workers want to make sure that there are co-workers and a workplace to go back to if that's the future.
That might segue into me asking you, can you speak to a little bit to the challenges and obstacles that Solve.Care faces right now, and what do you see for the future?
Anytime a new technology or a new enabling technology appears on the market, there are two groups of individuals. Those that will look at new technology, understand the potential impact, and understand that the world is always changing, and that finding tools to change is progress. There is a second group, unfortunately, that are very vested in the current technology stack, the current models, their current power and budget control, and they would see this technology as a threat. So very much like the internet, if you remember, those of us that were around many years ago, like me, when the internet was started, people said, this is crazy. This is a military thing. It's too slow. It's not private. You can cheat. You can do all kinds of stuff. Can you imagine a world in 2020 where we don't have ready access to broadband and to the internet, and we can do business and relationships and design and develop? Blockchain is, I think, in that stage. There is clearly multiple use cases where blockchain can truly transform the complexity and the insanity of non-interoperability that exists across the world. And if it's positioned to drive better outcomes, and our focus being on making healthcare easy and better for all, I see adoption.
Mm-hmm. Well, clearly you're very excited about the potential for the blockchain technology. So are there any other blockchain projects out there that you like, that get you excited?
Yes, I've seen some blockchain issues around specific conditions, managing diabetes, looking at the drug supply chain to make sure that the medication a physician prescribes or a patient purchases at a pharmacy is actually the real thing, that it actually works as designed and that it's not a counterfeit. And I can see these type of applications of blockchain being absolutely superb in terms of reducing counterfeiting, the danger to patients, and improving health. And so you're seeing other projects around managing energy, various other financial instruments to ensure that you have a global payment system that's auditable, transparent, and can be controlled. And so I think there are many areas where blockchain are going to make inroads much faster than we think. And I think that the current environment we're facing ourselves, where we've learned that our traditional monitoring and control over the supply chain is really broken. For example, a country like the United States cannot ensure and guarantee that an N95 mask coming into this country is actually an N95 mask. That suggests that there are some serious audit tracking and transparency issues across multiple supply chains. And this is a time where a failure of a product to meet its requirements in terms of design and function could actually cost a life.
And so being involved in that technology so early on obviously must be very exciting.
It is, yes.
To look a little bit inward here, we here at Solo TV, we're looking to bring awareness to blockchain projects and to let people know about the benefits of blockchain technology. Do you have any thoughts on what we're doing here at Solo TV?
I think you're doing a great job. The importance of getting the message out and telling people that there are new ways of doing things that are different, that empower you, and that has a potential to improve the world and the way it functions is a critical message. That is not necessarily a message that you can think from established authorities to their citizens. So I think what you're doing is highly relevant, critically important. I would think of it as being very similar to centuries ago, when the average person couldn't read, couldn't get access to books. They were dependent on somebody telling them what the truth is and what they wanted them to hear. When people started publishing books and started educating people to read, and they could find and share ideas, the world changed. What you're doing by telling people that blockchain has these capabilities, that there is greater power to you, that you could actually establish more control over information flow, and that will benefit you, you're essentially educating and enabling the average person to do things differently and take some control back over their lives. And I think that is truly a game changer. So I really appreciate the ability to speak with you, and I would strongly encourage you to continue your message, no matter who will suggest that you shouldn't be talking about this, because you are threatening by talking about this established authority and control that is not necessarily in the best interest of every citizen.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. David Hanekom. We really appreciate you coming on to Solo TV, and hopefully we'll be able to talk to you again sometime down the line and see how your project's been going.
Wonderful. Thank you for the opportunity to share with you our story.
The Sologenic Savings Program, or SSP, is an airdrop program exclusive to the Sologenic community. With SSP, you can receive between 6 and 20% in annual rewards. With a reward pool of 1.2 million Solo, the amount you receive depends on how much Solo you hold and how long you lock it up for. Choose one of the available time-based programs, enroll, and receive daily Solo rewards directly to your Solo wallet. You'll need a CoinField Pro account and a minimum of 100 Solo to participate. Visit coinfield.com and enroll now.
And now it's time for our final segment, and this one's going to be a fun one. We're going to sit down and look at your most Googled crypto questions. So if you've been wondering about crypto, not sure whether you should start trading, if you're curious or just want to know more, well, this one's for you.
Is cryptocurrency halal? If someone is buying crypto to gamble or make a profit on trading, that could be considered haram. In terms of using crypto as a form of payment, maybe that's okay. As with anything crypto-related, it's essential to do your research. Is cryptocurrency the future? Proponents see limitless potential and opportunities with crypto, while critics see nothing but risk. More and more people are starting to use crypto. It is undoubtedly superior to fiat currencies in many ways. Still, will it eventually replace money like the dollar or euro? There's a chance it might. Is cryptocurrency safe? There's always a risk when trading and investing. It's essential to have goals and research as much as you can so you don't lose all your money. become a victim of a scam, or lose access to your crypto wallet. The more research you do, the safer your crypto will be. Is cryptocurrency mining profitable? Mining comes with a lot of equipment and electricity costs. Crypto prices go up and down daily, so you might not make a profit a lot of the time. The people who are definitely making money in mining are the mining equipment manufacturers. Is cryptocurrency a pyramid scheme? If you see money-back guarantee claims, it's best to do some research before diving in and parting with your crypto. CoinField is a fully regulated European-based cryptocurrency exchange operating in 193 countries. CoinField offers a wide range of cryptocurrency pairs, allowing you to trade over 20 cryptos from the get-go. Learn more today. Go to www.coinfield.com.
Thanks for watching this episode of Solo TV. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And if you want to follow us on our Twitter page, check out @RealSologenic for all the latest info from us here at Solo. Have a great one, and we'll see you next time.